Hi, everyone, and welcome back to our English learning podcast. Today, we're going to practice a real conversation about weekends. You'll hear Anna and Mark talking about what they did last weekend and what they usually do. Try to listen carefully and repeat after them if you can. Let's start.
Hi, Anna. How are you today?
Hey, Mark. I'm doing great, thank you. How about you?
I'm good too, thanks. So, Anna, how was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was really nice. It was relaxing, but also fun. On Saturday, I went to the park with my friends. We had a small picnic, and the weather was perfect, sunny, but not too hot.
That sounds amazing. What did you do at the park?
Well, first we walked around a little bit, then we found a nice spot under a big tree. We spread out a blanket, had some sandwiches and fruit, and played some music. We also played badminton for a while.
Oh, badminton. That's one of my favorite games. Did you win?
Not really. My friend Lisa is so good at it. She won almost every game, but it was fun and I laughed a lot.
Sounds like a great day. What about Sunday?
On Sunday, I stayed at home most of the day. I cleaned my room, did some laundry, and cooked dinner. I also watched a movie in the evening.
Oh, nice. What movie did you watch?
I watched a romantic comedy called Love in the City. It was funny and sweet. I like watching movies like that on weekends. It helps me relax before the new week starts.
I know what you mean. I did something similar. My weekend was a bit quiet, but I enjoyed it.
Really? What did you do, Mark?
Well, on Saturday morning, I went to the gym. I usually go there twice a week. After that, I met my brother for lunch. We went to a small Italian restaurant near the station.
Oh, I love Italian food. What did you eat?
I had spaghetti with tomato sauce and some garlic bread. It was delicious. And my brother had pizza with mushrooms and cheese.
That sounds tasty. Did you do anything else?
After lunch, we went shopping for a bit. My brother needed some new shoes, and I wanted to buy a gift for my friend's birthday. Then I went home and watched a TV series in the evening.
Which one?
It's called Planet Earth. It's a documentary about nature and animals. I really like it. It's beautiful and relaxing.
Oh, yes, I've seen that. The photography is amazing. What about Sunday? Did you go out?
Not really. I just stayed home and cooked lunch. I made chicken curry, which is one of my favorite dishes.
Wow, you cook curry. That's great. I don't cook very often, but I want to learn.
You should. Cooking can be a lot of fun. Plus, you get to eat something delicious at the end.
That's true. So, what do you usually do on weekends, Mark? Do you like staying at home or going out?
It depends. Sometimes I like going out, meeting friends, going to the cinema, or visiting new places. But sometimes I just want to stay home, read a book, or watch movies. It's nice to have some quiet time.
I agree. I think weekends are perfect for relaxing and recharging.
Definitely. How about you, Anna? Do you have a usual weekend routine?
Let's see. I usually wake up a bit later on Saturdays. I like to make coffee and have breakfast slowly. Then I often go for a walk or meet friends. On Sundays, I like to clean my apartment and prepare for the week. Sometimes I also call my family.
That sounds like a healthy balance. Some fun and some rest.
Yeah, I think it's important. Do you ever travel on weekends, Mark?
Yes, sometimes. If I have a long weekend or a holiday, I like to go hiking or visit small towns near the city. Last month, for example, I went to the mountains with some friends.
Oh, really? That sounds fun. How was it?
It was amazing. The air was so fresh and the view was beautiful. We walked a lot, took pictures, and even had a barbecue in the evening.
That's awesome. I love being in nature. I wish I could go hiking more often.
You should join next time. Maybe we can plan a small trip together.
That's a great idea. I'd love that.
So, Anna, If you could choose your perfect weekend, what would it look like?
My perfect weekend would be somewhere near the beach. I'd wake up early, go for a walk on the sand, have breakfast with a sea view, and then just relax all day. Maybe read a book, swim, and watch the sunset.
That sounds like a dream. I'd love that too. Maybe we both need a beach vacation soon.
Yes, we do.
All right, everyone. That's the first part of our weekend conversation. In the next part, we'll talk about common weekend activities and useful English phrases you can use to describe your weekend. Stay tuned and keep practicing.
Welcome back, everyone. In this part, Anna and Mark continue their friendly conversation about weekends. They'll share more details, talk about their habits, and use simple English phrases you can practice too. Let's listen.
So, Anna, you said your weekend was relaxing. Do you usually spend your weekends that way, or was this one special?
I'd say it was a pretty typical weekend for me. I like calm weekends with friends, food, and some time for myself. But sometimes I also go on small adventures, like visiting a museum, trying a new cafe, or going to a concert.
Oh, that's cool. I like museums too. Which kind of museums do you like?
I really enjoy art museums. I love seeing paintings and sculptures. They make me feel creative and inspired. I also like history museums. Learning about different times and people is fascinating.
That's nice. I like science museums the most. When I was a kid, I went to one that had a space section. You could see models of rockets and planets. I thought it was amazing.
Wow, that sounds fun. I haven't been to a science museum in a long time. Maybe I should go again.
You should. There's one in the city center that's really good. Maybe we can go together sometime.
That would be great. I'd love that. Oh, by the way, do you ever go to concerts or live music events?
Sometimes, yes. I'm not a big concert person, but when I go, I really enjoy it. The last concert I went to was a jazz night at a local cafe. It was small, but very cozy. The music was so good.
I love live music. It always has a special energy. I went to a concert last summer. It was an outdoor pop concert. It was crowded, but the atmosphere was amazing. Everyone was singing and dancing. I had such a great time.
That sounds awesome. Music really brings people together. I think that's one of the best ways to spend a weekend night, listening to good music with friends.
Totally agree. By the way, Mark, do you sometimes work on weekends?
Sometimes, yes. I try not to, but it happens. I sometimes have to prepare lessons or finish a project, but I always make sure to rest at least one day. What about you?
I also try not to work on weekends. I used to check my emails all the time, even on Sundays. But now I'm trying to have a no work weekend rule. It helps me feel more balanced.
That's a great idea. Everyone needs time to disconnect. Otherwise, we get tired too quickly.
Exactly. Weekends should be about enjoying life, not just catching up on work.
Right. So, let's talk about weekend habits. What are some things you always do on weekends, no matter what?
I always have coffee outside at least once. I love sitting in a cafe and just watching people pass by. It's like my little weekend ritual. Oh, and I always do my laundry on Sunday morning.
The classic Sunday laundry. I do that too. I think Sunday mornings are perfect for chores. Laundry, cleaning, organizing things.
Yes, it helps start the week feeling fresh. How about you, Mark? Do you have any regular weekend habits?
Yes. On Saturdays, I always go jogging in the park near my apartment. It's my favorite way to start the weekend. I listen to some music or a podcast while running. It clears my mind.
That sounds healthy. I wish I had your discipline. I usually tell myself, I'll exercise this weekend, but then I just sleep in.
That's okay. Sleeping is important too. Sometimes our bodies just need rest.
True, especially after a busy week. Oh, and I almost forgot, I like to cook something new on Sunday evenings. It's my way to end the weekend with something creative.
Oh, that's nice. What did you cook last Sunday?
I tried making pancakes for the first time. They were a bit burnt at the edges, but still tasty. I put some honey and banana on top.
Yum. That sounds great. I love pancakes. Maybe next time you can make some for me.
Deal, but only if you make your famous curry.
It's a deal then. So, Anna, do you ever go out of the city for a weekend getaway?
Sometimes, yes. I like to go to small towns near here, places with mountains, lakes, or quiet cafes. I usually go with a friend or two. It's refreshing to get away from the noise of the city for a while.
I completely agree. A short trip can really recharge your energy. Last time, I went to a small beach town just 2 hours away. It was quiet, peaceful, and the seafood was amazing.
That sounds perfect. Did you stay overnight?
Yes, just for one night. We rented a small room near the beach. In the morning, I went for a walk, and it was so calm. The sound of the waves, the smell of the sea, it was magical.
I love that. Nature has a way of helping us slow down.
Yes, it does. I think that's what weekends are really for, to slow down and appreciate simple things.
Exactly. Whether it's a walk in the park or coffee with a friend, those small moments make life better.
Couldn't agree more. So, let's talk our listeners practice a bit. We can share some useful phrases they can use to talk about their weekends.
Good idea. Okay, listeners, repeat after us.
How was your weekend?
It was great, thanks.
What did you do?
I went to the park with my friends.
Did you stay home or go out?
I stayed home and watched a movie.
Perfect. These are simple but very common phrases you can use in everyday English conversations.
Yes, and remember to use past tense verbs like went, watched, played, cooked, stayed. They're very useful when you talk about what you did.
Great point. So, Anna, what are you planning to do next weekend?
Oh, I already have plans, but maybe I'll tell you in the next part.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it.
Welcome back again, everyone. In this part, Anna and Mark continue their weekend conversation and share some stories, plans, and funny moments from their free time. Remember, you can listen, repeat, and learn how to use natural English phrases for talking about your weekend.
So, Anna, you said you already have plans for next weekend. Tell me about them. What are you going to do?
Well, next weekend, I'm planning to visit my parents. They live about 2 hours away from the city, so I don't see them very often. I try to visit them once every month.
That's so nice. Do they live in the countryside?
Yes, they do. They have a small house with a garden. It's really peaceful there. I love spending time at home with them, eating my mom's cooking and helping my dad in the garden.
That sounds lovely. What kind of things do your parents grow in their garden?
Oh, lots of things. They grow tomatoes, cucumbers, some herbs and flowers. My mom also has a few fruit trees like mango and guava. The smell in the garden is so fresh.
Wow, that sounds like paradise. I love the smell of fresh fruit trees. Are you going alone or with someone?
I'm going alone this time. Sometimes my brother comes with me, but he's busy next weekend. I'll take the bus on Saturday morning and come back on Sunday evening.
Sounds perfect. What do you usually do when you visit them?
Well, usually I help with some chores like cleaning or watering the plants. Then in the evening, we cook dinner together. My dad loves grilling meat, so sometimes we have a small barbecue outside. At night, we just sit, talk, and look at the stars.
That's such a warm image. I miss that kind of family weekend. I haven't visited my parents in a while. They live in another city and it's quite far.
Oh, really? When was the last time you saw them?
About 2 months ago. I want to go again soon, maybe next month. My mom always calls and asks, "When are you coming home?"
That's so relatable. My mom does the same. She keeps saying, "You look too thin, eat more."
I guess that's universal. No matter where you're from, moms always want to feed you more.
Exactly. Food equals love, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of food, what's your favorite thing your mom cooks?
Hmm, that's a hard question. I think it's her homemade soup. It's simple, but it tastes like home. What about you?
My favorite is her beef stew. She adds carrots and potatoes, and it cooks for hours. The smell fills the whole house. It's the best.
That sounds delicious. You're making me hungry now.
Sorry. So, Anna, what about when you stay in the city? Do you ever spend weekends exploring new places?
Yes, I do. I like discovering small cafes or new bookshops. Last month, I found a little cafe hidden in a narrow street. It had plants everywhere and soft jazz music. It felt like a secret garden.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I love cozy cafes like that. Did you go alone or with friends?
I went alone, actually. Sometimes I like going out by myself. I bring a book or my journal, order a latte, and just relax. It's nice to have quiet moments like that.
I completely understand. I also enjoy being alone sometimes. It helps me think, reflect, and recharge.
Exactly. Alone time can be really peaceful. But of course, weekends are also great for spending time with friends. It's about balance.
Yes. Speaking of friends, do you and your friends often plan weekend activities together?
Yeah, sometimes we like doing simple things like going to the movies, having brunch, or walking by the river. Occasionally, we go bowling or sing karaoke. That's always fun.
Karaoke. I haven't done that in ages. Do you sing well?
Not at all. But that's the point. You don't have to sing well, you just have to enjoy it. We always laugh so much.
That's true. I remember one time my friends and I sang for 3 hours straight. We were terrible, but it was one of the best nights ever.
That's the best kind of night, when it's not about being perfect, just having fun.
Exactly. And those are the moments you remember most.
True. By the way, do you have a favorite way to relax on Sunday evenings?
Oh, yes, definitely. On Sunday nights, I like to cook a simple dinner, take a warm shower, and then read a book or watch a movie. I try not to look at my phone too much. It helps me sleep better.
That's smart. I also like to prepare for the week on Sunday nights. I check my schedule, plan my meals, and make sure my clothes are ready. It helps me start Monday without stress.
That's a great habit. Maybe I should start doing that too. I always rush on Monday mornings looking for a clean shirt.
You should try it. It really makes a difference.
I will. So, for our listeners, let's review some more useful phrases they can use to talk about their weekends.
Sure. Repeat after us.
I spent time with my family.
I went out with my friends.
I stayed home and relaxed.
I visited my parents in the countryside.
I watched a movie and cooked dinner.
Great job, everyone. These phrases are perfect for small talk or casual conversations at work or school.
Yes, and remember, it's not just about what you say, but how naturally you say it. Try to practice with a friend, just like we do here.
Exactly. And don't worry about mistakes. What matters is practice and confidence.
That's right. All right, Anna, I think we've inspired everyone to have a fun and relaxing weekend.
I hope so, but we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll talk about funny weekend stories and some common expressions people use when sharing weekend memories.
That's going to be fun. Stay with us, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. In this part, Anna and Mark are going to share some funny and memorable weekend stories. You'll also learn some natural English expressions people often use when they talk about good and sometimes not so good weekends.
So, Anna, you said we'd talk about funny weekend stories. I'm curious. Do you have one?
Oh, yes, I have a few, but there's one story I'll never forget. It happened last year. My friends and I decided to go camping for the weekend. It was supposed to be a relaxing trip in nature, but it turned into something quite funny.
Oh no, that sounds like the start of a disaster. What happened?
Well, everything started fine. We drove to the campsite, set up our tents, and cooked dinner. The weather was perfect. But at night, it started raining heavily. The sound of the rain was loud, but we didn't mind. We thought it would stop soon.
Let me guess. It didn't stop.
Exactly. It rained all night. Around midnight, water started coming inside our tent. We tried to block it with towels, but everything got wet. My sleeping bag, my clothes, even my phone.
Oh no, that must have been a nightmare.
It was terrible, but also so funny. We couldn't stop laughing at how bad it was. We ended up sitting in the car for half the night, playing music and eating snacks. It became a memory we still laugh about today.
That's actually such a great story. Sometimes the worst situations make the best memories.
Exactly. What about you, Mark? Do you have any funny weekend stories?
Oh, yes. Mine happened 2 years ago. I joined a friend's birthday party at a karaoke bar. Everyone was singing, eating, and dancing. It was so much fun. But here's the funny part. I accidentally took someone else's shoes when I left.
Oh no! How did that happen?
I don't know. At the entrance, everyone leaves their shoes in a big shelf. When we were leaving, I just grabbed a pair that looked like mine. The next morning, I realized they were one size smaller and not my brand.
That's hilarious. What did you do?
I called the karaoke bar and asked if anyone reported missing shoes. Luckily, they had my pair, and the other person had called too. We exchanged them that afternoon.
That's a happy ending, but I bet you double-check your shoes now.
Every time. Now, I always look twice before leaving anywhere.
That's such a funny story. You know, weekends are full of surprises like that. Sometimes relaxing, sometimes chaotic, but always memorable.
That's true. And these kinds of stories are great for small talk, too. If you tell someone about a funny weekend moment, it makes the conversation warm and natural.
Absolutely. So let's teach our listeners some expressions they can use when talking about fun or unexpected weekends.
Great idea. Okay, everyone, repeat after us.
It didn't go as planned.
But it was still fun.
Everything went wrong, but we laughed a lot.
It was a weekend to remember.
We made the best of it.
Perfect. These phrases make your story sound more natural and expressive.
Yes, and you can also use words like funny, crazy, unexpected, or unforgettable when describing your weekend. For example, it was an unforgettable trip, or it was a crazy weekend.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about something else. Sometimes weekends don't go as we expect because of mistakes or accidents. Have you ever missed an event or messed up your plans, Anna?
Oh, yes. I once missed my friend's birthday party because I confused the date. I thought it was on Sunday, but it was actually on Saturday. On Sunday morning, I saw all the photos on social media and realized my mistake.
Oh no, what did you do?
I called her immediately and apologized. Luckily, she laughed and said it was okay. We met for lunch later that week, and I gave her a small gift. But I'll never forget to double-check dates again.
I've done that too. I once showed up to a barbecue a week early. I arrived with snacks and drinks, and nobody was there. I called my friend and he said, "Mark, it's next Saturday."
That's even worse.
I know. At least I got some snacks to eat alone that day.
Well, at least you were early, not late.
True, being early is better than missing it completely.
Definitely. Okay, listeners, here are some useful expressions you can use when your weekend plans don't work out.
Things didn't go as planned.
I had to change my plans.
It rained all weekend,
I stayed home instead.
but I still had a good time.
Perfect. Remember, It's always good to stay positive when talking about weekends. Even if things go wrong, you can always say something like, "It wasn't perfect, but it was fun."
Yes, that's a great attitude. English speakers often use humor or positivity when they share stories like that. It keeps the conversation friendly and relaxed.
Exactly. So, Mark, what do you usually do when your plans are canceled?
Huh. If my plans get canceled, I usually stay home and make the most of it. I might cook something nice, call a friend, or just watch a movie. Sometimes canceled plans become the best rest days.
I agree. I actually like when plans change sometimes. It gives me a chance to slow down and do nothing for a while.
Yes, doing nothing can be a luxury.
True. Maybe that's why weekends are so important. We can relax, laugh, and not take life too seriously.
Well said, Mark. And for all our listeners, remember, it doesn't matter how simple or funny your weekend was. What matters is that you enjoy it and use it as a chance to recharge.
Beautifully said, Mark. In the next part, we'll talk about future weekends, how to talk about your plans, and use the going to structure in English.
Great. So stay tuned and let's keep practicing together.
Welcome back, everyone. In this final part, Anna and Mark are going to talk about future weekends, what they're planning to do, how to express future intentions in English, and how you can make your own sentences using going to and will. Listen carefully, repeat the phrases, and practice speaking naturally.
All right, Anna. We've talked about past weekends, all the fun, relaxing, and even funny ones. But what about the future? What are you going to do next weekend besides visiting your parents?
Good question. Well, after I come back from my parents' house on Sunday, I'm going to meet my friend Lisa for dinner. We haven't seen each other in a few weeks, so it'll be nice to catch up.
That sounds lovely. Where are you going to eat?
We're planning to go to a new Japanese restaurant that just opened downtown. I heard their sushi is amazing.
Oh, I love sushi. You're making me hungry again.
Sorry. Maybe you can come with us next time. What about you, Mark? What are you going to do this weekend?
I think I'm going to stay in the city. On Saturday morning, I'm going to clean my apartment, do some grocery shopping, and maybe visit the gym. Then on Sunday, I'm going to meet a friend for coffee.
Sounds like a productive but relaxing weekend. Do you like going to the gym on weekends?
Yes, I do. It helps me feel active and keeps my energy up. I don't go every day during the week, so weekends are my time to catch up.
That's a good habit. I should do that too. Maybe I'll start exercising on weekends, even just walking or doing yoga.
That's a great idea. Even a short walk outside can make you feel better.
Definitely. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm also going to start a new book this weekend.
Really? What book are you going to read?
It's called The Little Book of Happiness. It's about small habits that help you enjoy life more.
That sounds interesting. I think I've heard about that one. It's all about finding joy in simple things, right?
Yes, exactly. Things like drinking your morning coffee slowly, being kind to people, and appreciating nature.
That's beautiful. I think we all need that reminder sometimes.
True. So, Mark, do you sometimes plan your weekends in advance, or do you prefer to decide at the last minute?
Honestly, it depends. Sometimes I plan ahead, especially if I'm meeting people or going somewhere special. But other times I like to be spontaneous. Wake up and say, what do I feel like doing today?
I do that too. Some of the best weekends happen when we don't plan too much.
Yes, that's so true. Too much planning can make it feel like work.
Exactly. Weekends should feel free and flexible.
Right. So for our listeners, let's practice some future tense phrases you can use when you talk about your plans. Ready, Anna?
Ready? Repeat after us, everyone.
I'm going to visit my family.
I'm going to meet my friends for dinner.
I'm going to clean my room.
I'm going to watch a new movie.
I'm going to relax at home.
Excellent. And you can also use will for future plans, especially when you decide something at the moment. For example, maybe I'll go to the park tomorrow, or I think I'll stay home this weekend.
Great examples. So Anna, if you had a completely free weekend, no work, no chores, no plans, what would you do?
Hmm. If I had a free weekend, I'd love to go to the beach, stay in a small hotel by the sea, and just do nothing. Swim, eat seafood, read, and sleep. That would be perfect.
That sounds amazing. I think I'd do something similar. Maybe go to the mountains, breathe some fresh air, and take photos of nature.
Oh, I didn't know you liked photography.
Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I usually take pictures of landscapes or city streets.
That's cool. You should show me your photos someday.
Sure, I'll bring some next time we record.
Great. It's interesting how everyone spends their weekends differently. Some people love social activities while others prefer quiet time.
That's right. There's no right way to spend a weekend as long as it makes you happy.
Exactly. The key is balance, rest, connection, and fun.
Couldn't agree more. So before we finish, let's share a few more useful questions our listeners can use to talk about weekend plans. Ready, Anna?
Ready.
What are you going to do this weekend?
Do you have any plans for Saturday or Sunday?
Are you going anywhere special?
Who are you going to meet?
Are you going to stay home or go out?
Great. These are simple and natural questions you can use with friends, coworkers, or classmates.
Yes, and when someone asks you, try to answer in complete sentences. For example, I'm going to visit my parents, or I'm going to relax at home.
Perfect. And don't worry if you make small grammar mistakes. The most important thing is to speak confidently and keep practicing.
That's right. Learning English is like exercising. The more you practice, the stronger your skills become.
Exactly. So to all our listeners, we hope this conversation helped you learn how to talk about your weekends, past, present, and future in English.
Yes, and we hope you also feel inspired to enjoy your weekends more, whether you're relaxing, exploring, or spending time with loved ones.
Thank you so much for listening to this English podcast with us today.
Don't forget to practice these phrases with a friend, and maybe even share your own weekend stories in English.
Have a great weekend, everyone, full of rest, laughter, and good memories.
See you next time.
Bye.